The next thing that we're going to talk about is the NBA Finals, recapping Game 2, where the Golden State Warriors rectified said L that they took in Game 1 and proceeded to, get really, really active on those on those Boston Celtics, man. Thought that Steph once again balled out. He's definitely putting on his best performance right now for MVP chances. I'm liking what I'm seeing back-to-back games from him. Jordan Poole obviously had another, I want to say another good night, but he balled out in a big way, man. I thought that
he had some opportunistic shots, I think.
Very true. He had some moments.
Yeah.
We like moments though, right? We like moments. We're all for that, man. Also thought that in terms of just Golden State as a whole, their role players played better. I don't want to call Draymond a role player, but he played a lot better. Clay still hasn't had that Clay game just yet. He had 11 points yesterday, but he still was good enough. You know what I mean? But I just thought as a whole, even Wiggins played better. When you look at Boston, the difference was their role players didn't play as good. I thought that Tatum and Brown, they came out the gate hot. They were going crazy early on, but from there you go through this lull of the turnovers. Like I don't know why Boston goes through this where they just turn the ball over. It's like, if you protect the ball, y'all low key might be up 2-0 right now, but they just can't consistently protect the ball. That's what got them in trouble versus Miami as well. But then you look at Marcus Smart and Al Horford. Those were the two, to me, seeing their just bad performance as a whole. Like, that was the difference to me in terms of Game 1 versus Game 2.
Yeah, think of what they did in Game 1.
Yeah.
This game, combined 2 points.
Yeah. Nuts. Can't win like that, bro. Yeah.
I think I'd give some credit to the Warriors defense, though,
I would as well.
Because a lot of people are talking about how this is the NBA Finals. Refs are going to hold on to the whistles. They're going to let them play. And that's going to be a huge advantage to Boston because of their size, because of their defense, their physicality. I think the Warriors matched it. If not, was the more physical team yesterday. I mean, there were some throws where, Jason Tatum is just literally throwing it right to one of the Warriors players as he's trying to drive. Like, that was happening. But I do think the Warriors defense was holding up. They were making every drive tough. Curry's I think he's playing a little bit more physical than what he usually is. So, I want to give the credit to, some of the credit at least, to the Warriors defense. And you're right with Steph. Just balled out, man. He just balled out.
Yo, I'm hoping that it works out for my man, yo. Since I'm Dub Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's interesting to me, too, about this game was how the first half actually looked like it was a little bit more in the Celtics' favor. I can't remember how it ended because there were so many shots flying the end of the first quarter and end of the second quarter where there was some trading going on. Jordan Poole made one like at half court or something. But anyway, it was a close game right after half. It was like
it was a 2-point game.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Golden State was up 2-1.5. It was like, 52-50? Yeah.
Yeah, but then the third quarter, is this really a thing with Boston where
they always play bad in the third?
They just lapse in the third.
And Golden State always plays good in the third. That is
this was the epitome
thing.
of that.
Yes, that's this ever since,
because the fourth quarter was irrelevant pretty much.
Literally ever since Steve Kerr has gotten there, that's been the Warriors' thing. Their third quarters, they forever that first half, and it could be a 2-point game. It could be them trailing. Even when Durant was there, halftime game's always close. That third quarter, I don't know what they do at halftime, but in the third quarter, Golden State historically, they just dominate those quarters. And was it 35 to 15? I think it was the point differential in that third quarter. That is what Golden State does, man. I don't know.
The point differential was there for them in Game 1 too. It was just the Celtics had the best fourth quarter of their lives. Yeah,
literally, it's like 40 points, like snuts. But that's what they do. I do not know why, how, consistently though. That's their thing, man. So, but now I did want to ask you though, man, did you see the situation with Draymond? Him and who is he? Oh my goodness, I
saw he tackled someone, and then
and like
there was another one.
Would you have wanted him to get ejected? Essentially,
No, because the one that they would have been talking about him getting ejected,
it was the second one.
Where he kind of fell into the dude taking the 3-pointer.
Was it Brown? Because Brown like walks over him and then he like pushes him in the back. Then he pushes him. Then they get up and all that stuff. So
no, I don't think it was that deep.
Yeah,
no, I don't think you eject him.
I would agree, but I did see a lot of people asking for that though.
No, I think Draymond, he was trying to be a nuisance, getting the Celtics ahead, and he did that. And I didn't think it crossed lines.
Game.
I don't think it crossed lines. No,
yeah.
I really didn't.
Yeah. I just feel like for him, man, I think his reputation definitely makes him always come up in these conversations. I think if that's any other player in that scenario, we're not even tripping on it. We're like, all right, it is what it is. But because it's Draymond, anything that looks slightly questionable or aggressive, we're like, yo, tech him up, tech him up, tech him up. And in that situation, it would have been his second tech. That would have been the ejection. That would have been the reason for it. But it's just like, yo, why do you always be trying? I get it. Draymond is like, he is an irritant. He is a nuisance, but he's a dude that balls. You need him to play well to win. Like, that's the reality really of it, man. Yeah.
This was the game for me that made me realize or made me remember why the casinos or the sports books actually had the Warriors as the favorite, as opposed to ESPN saying, the 86% chance that the Celtics win this. Because maybe based off your analytics, all this other stuff, that may be true.
Yeah.
But there is something to the been there, done that, and it looked like the Warriors
been there and done that.
Exactly. Yeah. They have Steph Curry. They have all these dudes that they know this is a 7-game series. We're gonna fight through because Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, you're right, getting off to the hot starts, but then where are they in the second half?
They get cold. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I think if anything, this makes my pick look a lot better.
Well, it makes your pick
coming from this game too. We both pick Warriors.
Okay, yeah. I'm Dub Nation. I was about to say make sure you're on my team.
And my
man.
Steph Curry MVP pick, actually.
I'm with you on that. Oh, shout out to the 10. All right. Yeah, he's looking real good right now.
Yeah, it's between, definitely him for the Warriors. Celtics,
Tatum.
It'd be Tatum, probably.
Yeah, Tatum went for 29 last night. What did he have in game one? Game one, it wasn't the best, but he still played well enough.
He had the assist and everything. Yeah. Yeah, because after Marcus Smart and Horford's performance yesterday.
Yeah, that ain't no way. Ain't no way.
No.
What about Jordan Poole?
No, not doing enough.
Nah. Okay.
Not doing enough. Definitely in game one. And that's what I said. I think he had his moments.
Yeah.
At the same time, Steph is the engine. And what's funny is, did you see this comment circulating recently?
What?
Actually, I guess it was last night when Draymond said it. It was either last night or today. I can't remember. But he said, Steph is like how this offense goes. And then he goes, always been this way, even with KD.
I see you, Draymond. I see KD.
Apparently they're boys though, right?
Yeah, they are. But that's Ooh. KD was over there trying to brush his hair. Maybe not, but either way, bink. I hear you, Draymond. I hear you.
KD, I think I heard this on Coward.
Yeah.
Rooting against Warriors pretty hard right now.
Probably would make sense if you're KD for your legacy. Warriors winning a championship without you and everything that's taking place with your career pre and post Golden State, that's a bad look. It could definitely be a bad look.
It's funny even too, the whole stat that
they said
not the stat, but Kyrie off the Celtics, they go to the finals. KD off the Warriors, they're still in the finals.
It's nuts. My question is this though.
And then they got swept.
If Steph wins, championship right now, does that put him past Durant in terms of all-time status?
Yeah. He might even be right now, but yeah.
Fair enough.
It's probably close right now.
I think it's close right now because KD can, I think the size and the shooting and the just everything he's able to do is so, it taps into both. It taps into the skill of the shooter like Steph, but it also gives you that nostalgia like Jordan when he can go to the cup and dunk on somebody. Steph can give you just the one, but he does it better than anybody we've ever seen. So I think that does make it a little kind of like, all right, which one do you prefer? But in terms of the accolades, I mean, they're both, well, actually Durant's probably more decorated because they both have a regular season MVP.
Steph's got 2.
But Durant has 2 finals MVPs on top of that.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So he has 2 final MVPs
Durant
and 1 regular
Steph's
season.
Team, though, dude.
Yeah, but he went to his team and won MVP.
Yeah, but it's almost like Steph let him.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would definitely not say that.
I do think Durant was the best player. Obviously, he deserved
agree.
those MVPs,
Absolutely.
but I'm just saying they were still getting to those finals without Durant anyway.
I would agree with that as well.
And
would
Steph,
they have won them
Steph,
though? Would they have won them though? Because we saw them the year prior, 72-9.
I don't know if they would have won them. I don't.
That's the difference. Yeah, like to me at least, I
it
think
would have been more
like
interesting.
Oh, 100% it would have. They probably split, and I think we both said that before. They would probably have split those finals. But to me, Durant was their best player. Durant deserved to be the MVP back-to-back years, and he would have got that third one if they would have all been healthy. And he would have won it again. I mean, they would have won the chip again.
I don't know. Steph was playing good in those finals, and because Durant didn't play all of them.
That's why I said if he was healthy, I do think that it would have been the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Because remember, he missed all with they were calling it the calf injury initially, and then he came back for game 1 or game 2 at NBA Finals, and that's when he really just went down. We saw it.
I think I'm leaning Steph right now. Well, I can't admit it's close. You could probably. I don't know if you can convince me one way or another. I just think there's something to. Steph built this thing. KD went to his team, and Steph is still doing it and at a very high level without him, and getting them back like this. Because even if they lose this, it's like.
But this feels like the old Golden State right here. This feels like pre-KD Golden State. This is the Golden State that people like legit love to watch. When Durant went there, that's when it became like, yo, we can't stand y'all. Like, what are y'all doing to the game? This is back to like, yo, I like watching this. I want to see this group. Like, y'all are fun to root for. Y'all are exciting. This style, like, yeah, that's what it is. So without a doubt, man, if they win that, man, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, even if they don't, I just think Steph's been the steady leader throughout all this, and I do think it's a little bit of a credit to Steph Curry for Durant going to the Warriors as the leader, as the engine, as Draymond would say.
So hold on now, because this is my next question. Now, granted, it's different because we know the circumstances in which Durant went to Golden State. But how are you viewing the whole D-Wade Bron situation? Because that was technically D-Wade's team before Bron went there.
Dude. But D-Wade versus Steph, it's not even close.
Oh, I'm just whoa.
As in D-Wade decline, Steph just as good throughout this whole time.
D-Wade was still nice when Bron was down there. We're not gonna act like he wasn't.
First year, yeah, he was fine. He was fine,
okay.
But it was clear what needed to happen that year too. Okay. In terms of like, LeBron's that guy.
And you don't think if they would have tried to? I just think that them deciding to play through Durant being their guy, the ball handle and all that other stuff. I just think that to me, that means a lot more than it just being, oh, Steph was here first.
Like if they would have had Harrison Barnes,
like he took over the squad. That was his squad.
Like if they would have kept Barnes, I think they would have been just fine.
Man, stop it.
It's just Steph would have had some more points. Clay would have maybe had some more points.
Stop it. We're talking about tangible championships, not just making it there. And we're asking, hey, do you want them or not? Dude. Durant swung that. It guaranteed it for these dudes,
but they won the most regular season games without Durant anyway.
Yeah, but they didn't win a championship that year. Shout out to LeBron.
I know, but come on. I mean, they would have been back in the finals. Come on.
We did, unless OKC would have found a way to close them out, because remember they had the opportunity to close them out.
But what happened? KD went to the team.
I know.
Come on, dude.
I know. And that's what makes it so weak.
This is why Steph's
That's
over
what makes
Durant.
it so weak. I'm with you. That's what makes it so weak. And I'm with you. But if that move does not happen, to me, I'm like, yo, Durant is in the conversation. That's all I'm saying, man.
Oh, no, I still think he's in the conversation. I'm just putting Steph over him. Now, if you think Durant's up, fine, that's your opinion. I just don't think you can convince me. I just don't think anyone can actually... You can have all the arguments with KD, the stats, blah, blah, blah. Maybe if you're drafting a team, he's like the prototypical superstar you'd want just because Steph's so small. It's like, I don't know, man. Steph gets it done. He's a leader.
Yeah.
Warriors have been in it all these years. The only times they haven't is because of all these crazy-ass injuries and stuff, and now they're back. No Durant.
Fair.
Randomly, Wiggins is reinvented over here. Clay like, that's the thing.
Clay ain't even playing good.
Dude, I was going to say.
You're right. Clay not even playing good.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Steph has been that steady guy. Clay Thompson, shell of himself from what he was in terms of, like, the Splash Brothers. Yeah. Jordan Poole is nice, but you can see the difference of... you making some nice shots and being a 20-point contributor we can count on.
He is the
exactly.
moment guy.
That's a difference. Yeah. Wiggins, are you relying on him for 20, 25 plus every night? Every night like that?
Steph definitely is the guy.
That's what I'm saying. Draymond, he might have a game where he has 4 points. Obviously, he's always going to do the garbage stuff where he's getting the rebounds, the gritty things, has nice passing. But Steph, I'm just taking Steph over Durant.
Fair enough.
I am.
I don't like it, but I respect it.
You're thinking Durant.
Because I'm a fan of like...
But if Steph wins this...
No. Because this is always my situation. Whenever it comes down to who I like over another player, I always say to myself, if they're playing one-on-one, who's going to win? And at the end of the day...
Shaq.
And at the end... If Shaq gets the ball first, who's going to win?
Who would go up against him?
It would have to be like Olajuwon, Ewan, those type of guys. But like to me, Durant is a guard. He plays guard for whatever you want to classify him as. But if he is playing one-on-one against Curry, I feel like he's going to be able to guard Curry. Curry can't guard Durant. So I side with Durant. Durantula. Easy money sniper.
So what about the case of Jordan versus Shaq in the one-on-one scenario?
How are we comparing? Jordan is going to beat Shaq if Jordan gets the ball first. If Shaq gets the ball first, Jordan is going to be in for a long night. You're talking about the most dominant big man in the game. All that Jordan, I'm going to go around the back. I'm going to try to be clever. That's what Shaq does. That's why I said if Shaq gets the ball first. If Jordan gets the ball first, it's the exact same argument. Man, he can't guard him. He gonna he gonna get with it. But if Shaq gets that ball first, Shaq taking on the mouse in the house, barbecue chicken, whatever else you want to say, and he gonna shout. He gonna get nasty with it. Yeah.
So Shaq is in your top 3, top 5.
Shaq for me is always in my top. I love Shaq. Shaq is you saw my birthday pick. My top 3, in terms of just favorite, or I wouldn't say top 3, my top 5, just favorite players in no particular order: Jordan, Bron, AI, Shaq, and Kobe. That's my other guy. So it's those are my dudes. I don't care about the order. When we talk all the times, I don't care about those are my guys. Partly because that was the era I grew up in. One guy from the crib in terms of AI. Bron is my version of Jordan that everybody else got to experience, but I'm still old enough that I got to experience Jordan while he was still Jordan with the Bulls. So it's I forever love that. It's how can you not love Kobe? 8 and 24. I was an 8 guy. You know what I'm saying? Back with the Adidas and the Fro, because that's when him and Shaq was getting it in. So that's why for me, I always loved the 8 instead of the 24. But I respect the 24 as well. 24 just as nice. Yeah. Those my dudes, man.
So going back to Boston here, game 3.
Mm-hmm.
Any takes on that?
Lucky, I think Boston wins game 3, bro. I don't think that Smart and Horford are going to play that bad again. I think that obviously we know the anticipation was that they were going to lose 2 games in Golden State. They won game 1, so they have to split. So it's cool. We figured one of these were going to be a blowout. We just thought it was going to be game 1 instead of game 2. I still feel coming back to Boston, I don't think they win both. I think they'll split, but I think that they win game 3 back at home. You're talking about them having a finals game for the first time in how long with this young group? They're going to be amped. They're going to be jacked out of their minds, and they're going to be pissed because they're coming off of a loss, and they haven't had back-to-back losses at all in these NBA playoffs this far this year.
So you think it just splits again?
I do personally, yeah. Because I don't see Golden State getting beat twice. I don't see Golden State losing back-to-back either. But I don't see Boston losing game 3 at the house first time. I don't see that happening, bro.
Yeah, it's this weird thing where it's just what role players step up, man. Because if Clay keeps playing like this, that's not good for the Warriors.
Clay's going to have one of them games. It's game 6 Clay, but it can be in game 5. That's what it was versus Dallas. So it's I know one of these, he's going to have one of them moments, one of those games, and you just got to live with it. You just tip your cap to it. If you survive it, great. Most people don't, though. So I'm assuming that one of these 3-4 is going to be that game. I'm just saying it's 4 instead of 3.
Yeah. That's what it's come down to. Game 1 versus game 2. Boston's role players really stepped up. Warriors across the board. It wasn't one individual guy was crazy better than anyone else, but they all contributed. And Boston couldn't shoot. They went cool turnovers. They just played terrible. Yeah, all around. Even with the hot starts with Tatum and Brown, they just started to fold in the second half like that. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, I got Warriors for the series. I hate this shit because it's so tough to predict. Yeah, but your theory's right about Boston going back home. You think the energy's going to be there and everything, and maybe they could sneak one out. It'd be close if Boston does win. It's definitely going to be close. I think they are favored. I mean, it's -3 or -3.5. Do you think we're going to see
any more blowouts? Because I don't think we're going to get any more blowouts. I think the rest of these games are going to be very close.
If it did.
Put it like this: if they get up 2, then that fourth one, whenever they do win that fourth one, it could get ugly.
Yeah,
especially if it's back in the Bay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm still holding on to my Warriors pick.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Celtics. Yeah, I guess they could win. It's such a cop out answer. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah.